Right guys, so this is a lesson which is going to be connected to my next lesson on this YouTube channel, and it's all about learning chords that you guys need to play R&B and neo-soul guitar. And we're gonna look at 7 chord positions, only 7 chord positions that you guys will need to get started in R&B and neo-soul guitar. Obviously, they're gonna just scratch the surface of what you really need to play this genre, but they're gonna give you a really strong foundation to get started and playing most of the chord progressions in this style. Right, the first chord that you guys must know is a minor 7 chord, and I want you to learn it in 2 positions, one with the root note on the E string and another one with the root note on the A string. The first chord position, we are gonna play it in A flat minor, so A flat minor 7, like this. A flat is the note that you guys find on fret 4 of the E string, so you just bar that, use one more finger, the ring finger, and you get this chord position. Okay, so that's the first one to learn. Obviously, knowing the root note is going to be crucial, because if you know where the root note is, you can move it around the fretboard and play it in any key. The reason why I'm showing it to you in A flat minor is because this is the chord that we'll be using in one of the 3 chord progressions in the next lesson. The next minor 7 chord position, like we said, has the root note on the A string, and we're going to do it in E flat. So E flat is the note that you guys find on fret 6 of the A string. So you bar that, and then you use what we say it's an A minor 7 shape, like this chord here, and you will get this E flat minor 7 using first finger for the bar and then these 2 for the A minor 7 shape. Okay, as always, make sure that you know that the root note is on the A string, because you want to be able to move it all over the fretboard. Okay, so to recap, the 2 minor 7 positions we need, one with the root on the E string and one with the root on the A string. Nice and simple. And if you guys want to download these chords, if you want to see the tab and chord diagrams for all of these chords, they are available to download on my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Next, we need 2 major 7 chord positions. Again, one with the root on the E string and one with the root on the A. For the one with the root on the E, again, we're going to use A flat, now that we know that this note is on fret 4 of the E string, and we'll be learning this position. Make sure that you know, guys, that in this chord position there is no bar. We're not doing a bar chord, we're doing these notes. The A string is muted, the first string, the high E string is also muted, and you get this beautiful chord, which again, once you know where the root note is, you can move wherever you like. And for the second major 7 chord position, we're gonna get back to the E flat note on fret 6 of the A. This time we will do this position, which if you play this way, i.e. without using the first string, again, you don't need the bar, but chances are you will eventually need the bar to do embellishments and stuff. So we will position the same bar that we were doing for the minor 7, but then with these 3 fingers you do an A major 7 type of shape, and you do this. Okay, which is a beautiful voicing for a major 7. And it allows you to get started with all of your pinky moves in the neo-soul and R&B style. So again, root note on the A string fret 6, make sure you know that so that you can move it all over the fretboard, and the other one was the position with the root on the E string. So these are 2 major 7 chord positions. And like we said, guys, with these chords we're only scratching the surface. Really, we need to know many more chords. We need to get used to different techniques, hammer-ons and chord progressions. So if you are interested in that, you can learn all of that with my R&B and neo-soul course, which is over 40 lessons and over 4 hours of original content that you only find in my course, where I explain everything about this style, including all of the music theory needed to understand these chord positions, the degrees, the chord numbers, but also the chord progressions that you find in actual songs in this style. If you're interested in learning all about this genre, check it out, it's going to be in the description below. Then we are gonna get back to minor 7 chords, just for the sake of adding one more position, which is the minor 9th. Minor 9th already says something that adds a flavor, which is the 9th, the color of the 9th degree, which is an extension above the 7th, but you guys have to know that it comes from the minor 7, so it's a minor 7 extended to the 9th, which you can call minor 7-9 or simply minor 9, which is like we all call it. We're gonna use as a root note the note F, this time on the A string, so that's fret number 8, and we do this fingering 2, 1, and then 3, 4, like this. If you wish so, you could bar the ring finger to get the first string as well, that's up to you, but the position that we will need in the next lesson about the 3 chord progression in this style will include this variant, so make sure you learn this fingering first, 2, 1, 3, 4. The 6th string and the 1st string are muted and you do this beautiful voicing. That's a minor 9 position, the root note is on the A string, that means, again, you can move it wherever you like. Okay, just using the same shape. The next chord that we're going to be talking about is going to be the only dominant 7 chord in this series, but it's going to be a special one. It's going to be a dominant 7 sharp 5. We're going to look at it in G, so it's going to be a G7 sharp 5. The way I want you to think about this, guys, is first finger playing the root note, fret 3 of the E string, okay, that's where the root note is, keep that in mind when you want to move it. The A string is muted by the very same finger. Second finger plays again on fret 3, but this time on the D string. Ring finger on fret 4 of the G string. In this way you're already playing what we call a shell voicing, so 1, 3 and 7 of the chord. And then your pinky plays fret 4 on the B, that's the sharp 5. And that's where you get your G7 sharp 5, which you can finger this way, or if you're more comfortable you can use the ring finger to play both strings, okay? So that's it. That's a chord that brings a lot of tension to any chord progression. So that's your G7 sharp 5. But now, any lesson about R&B and neo-soul chords wouldn't be completed if we don't look at least one diminished 7th chord. These are really chords that make the juice of this style, and they can be used as passing chords, so you guys need to know a few positions. I will show you today one position which has the root on the D string. That's the only chord that we will see today with the root on the D string. In the next lesson about the 3 chord progressions in this style, you will learn why we use it and how we use it. And we are gonna learn it with the root note on fret 6 of the D string. That's the note A flat once more. So we'll be doing an A flat diminished 7th chord. Obviously, guys, you can move these chords 3 frets up or down and you're still playing the same chord. That's something unique about diminished 7 chords. The fingering is going to be 1, 3 and then 2, 4. Think of it as fret 6, 7, 6, 7 of the top 4 strings of the guitar. Okay, so that's your diminished 7 chord for this lesson, an A flat diminished 7th. Remember that obviously if you want to download chord names, tabs and chord diagrams, as usual they are going to be available to download on my Patreon page. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick lesson about these 7 chord positions. Make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to the channel to see the next lesson where we are going to be using these 7 chord positions to create 3 amazing R&B and neo-soul chord progressions.